everyone. This is Eyvette from my world of metaphysics, and welcome to my Sunday morning live stream. Listen, much love to you guys. If you can hear me, please give me that thumbs up, you guys. I'm dressed a little different today. I'm dressed down because this is a topic that basically has been on my mind. And regardless to if this is a spiritual channel or not, wherever it is that you have a voice and a platform, we are obligated to speak on topics that need to be heard. So today we're going to speak on, hate. When will it end, you guys? This is unbelievable. At this day of 2026, we have people on the moon trying to travel to the moon, people going deep down in the water to experience life. And everyone has not yet grasped the fundamental things of love. And that's why I'm wearing my love hat today, you guys. And I'm wearing my African American shirt from the museum in Washington, D.C. Hate. Whoa. What's going on here, you guys? And again, if you have a voice, do you. Enjoy you. But remember, spiritually, no matter what it is you're doing on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or teaching, teachers, counselors, we all have an obligation to address injustice or build America up or the world up to a higher level. So today we're talking about, again, hate and when will it end? I want to talk to you guys about so many things, but I know I'm not here for so long. But if you're new to my world of metaphysics, this is a metaphysical law of attraction channel. Don't get me wrong. Sundays we focus more on spirituality, okay? And we focus on metaphysics where we all learn that we are one. Again, if you love this channel, give me that thumbs up. And the rules of the live stream is no spamming, no promoting. At the same time, you guys, if you see me shouting out the people in green, okay, it's because they're members. I got Angie here, booyah, okay? And please, if you want to become a member, just sign up for it. And another thing is, please keep the comments short and stay on the topic. No foul language, please. And again, we are all here to grow. This is like your spiritual church here with me. And again, I connect New Age, metaphysics, and I am like that bridge over the two of them. So we can focus on affirmation, scripting, candle work, pendulums. Everything is right here, you guys. And again, for me, I will not be doing my job if I do not mention certain topics to help you grow. Like one day we did a topic on about financial security. Had nothing to do with spirituality or anything, but we did that because that's going to help you grow. Today we're going to talk about racism and basically how it interconnects with spirituality. Okay? I want to know, how can you call yourself spiritual? How can you call yourself religious if you're still hating? I don't care who it is. Black, white, Asian, Spanish. If you're hating, you are the opposite of religion. You are the opposite of spirituality. Okay? Gay, lesbians, whatever. Hate is what will destroy you. It's the lowest vibrational frequency you can ever have. So now, let's get to this topic. I asked everybody to dig down deep into their history and pull out one of those times where you just felt like, wow, I can't believe this is still happening. I can pull out a few. One that just went to trial last week or this week, whatever you want to call it, on the 1st. And that is Cyrus Carmack Belton. 14 years old, you guys. If you don't know the case, please look it up. This is a young man, 14 years old, went into the store to buy a bottle of water. The owner, Asian, told him to put his knapsack on the counter. Okay? Who does that? He was already profiled from the time he walked in the store. A 14-year-old, which could be your child. He put his knapsack on the counter and went to buy 4 bottles of water. He must have thought about it, because if he was my child, he would have did that. Put your bottles back into the refrigerator and leave. He does not deserve your money. He put the bottles back, came back and got his knapsack, and this idiot thought he stole the water. He pursued this boy outside with his son. The boy felt threatened and ran. He then shot this boy in the back. And then they try to say he had a gun. 14 years old. He wasn't threatening you. They found out later on he didn't steal any water. The cameras show he never stole the water. He put the water back. This kid lost his life for a bottle of water. That could have been my child, your child, or anybody's child. This child lost his life for a $1 bottle of water. And what puts insult to this, again, as in history, this man was allowed to go walk free. They said because he was defending his territory. How? There was no threat. 1, 2, he never stole. So you shot an innocent boy in the back with a gun while he was running, and you call that justified. This is where we get Black Lives Matter. Let this have been a Jewish kid or Italian kid or another kid of a Caucasian identified race, and that man would have been put in jail for years and years. We then looking at going back again to Trayvon Martin, which I actually went and protested. This boy was visiting his father at his girlfriend's house. He went to buy Skittles, and some juice for him and his brother. He then got pursued by an idiot because he thought Mark Zimmerman, Zimmerman, whatever his name is, he thought he was, click another stereotyping, a criminal in their community. When the operator told him to stay in his car and they would send a patrol car to see who this kid is, he then decided he would take matters in his own hand, armed with a gun. He pursued this boy, and the boy did what most of us would do. Why are you following me? A conflict must have happened, and this man shot this little boy and got away with it again, defending your territory. What defending your territory mean when you just shot a child that was unarmed, that did nothing? Over and over again, we get these stories. We can go back to the 80s, where we're talking about the Central Park 5, now known as the Exonerated 5, where these boys was accused of raping a Caucasian lady in the park. 5 boys, totally innocent, to find out 13 years later that these boys did not do it, and all of the evidence pointed that they did not do it, but because they were minority kids, they needed to solve the murder or the rape case, and they blamed it on these kids. These kids were 14 to 17 years, 16 years old. Because the oldest kid was 16, and that was Corey West in the red shorts. He went to adult jail at 16, and the rest of them went to juvenile jail. They all did 6 years in jail, you guys. 6 years in jail. Your 14-year-old child doing 6 years in jail for something they never did. They just snatched these kids off the street and blamed it on them. Corey did 13 years in jail, tortured, abused as a child in an adult jail. When it came out 13 years later from DNA and from somebody who found God and wanted to confess to his crimes, these boys was exonerated. They were rewarded $40 million after the lawyers' fees and after it split up with all of them. Basically, it means nothing. These guys are changed for the rest of their lives. Parents died while they were in jail. Grandparents, stigmatism. When they got out of jail, they were called rapists. Oh, that's that guy from the Central Park rape case. Trump took out a 1-page or 2-page article making sure these guys was convicted. And they sued him also. Listen, when will it end? When are we all going to start to know we are all equal? We are all one. We are all here. One in life, one in peace. How could you be spiritual? Go to church every minute and then think this stuff is right. I just seen a comment and an idiot said, that Asian guy that shot this boy, how many times did they steal in his store compared to him shooting them 3 times? He also shot at 2 additional people in the last couple of years. I think one was for some detergent. He shot somebody in the leg. I mean, he's horrible. Why do they allow this man to even own a store? I own an apartment building. I'm not going to go with a gun and say, you didn't pay your rent. And I'm sure paying rent is more than a bottle of water. But the courts felt this man was justified. And this viewer felt like he was justified because of a couple of pennies. I told him he was an idiot, and I don't care. This is how I am. Hate has no place in my life. If you're a person that hate or have negativity all around you, I don't want you around me. I don't want that in my world. We should all think and behave the same way. What are you thinking inside of you when you see someone different? How do you feel about other people because they're different? Different race, different color, different hair texture. At the end of the day, we're all the same. One last thing I want to bring up, and that's George Floyd and Eric Garner. They were a threat, not for what they did. They said George Floyd used counterfeit $20 bill. And they stayed on his neck for 9 minutes. No respect for life. He was nothing as this man cried out for help while people, bystanders, stood out there yelling and screaming, help him. This man thought nothing as he kept his hands in his pocket. Eric Garner died for some cigarettes in a chokehold that police are told they cannot do. But they were all acquitted except for George Floyd, It took the whole world to protest to actually get a conviction. Why this is all coming up for me is because this is something that it bothers me. We can do everything in this world. We want money, we want cars, we want houses. But the foundation of who we are spiritually is love. And it seems like we're forgetting it. How can you call yourself spiritual and hold in nothing but hate? I don't understand. My experience on my trip on Carnival was beautiful. I had a blast. But I had 15 minutes of something I wasn't going to do. I wasn't going to put up with. Whatever happened, we was at karaoke. And there were some seats available. And a guy came in and asked me, was a seat available by me? And I said, no. He went and got his family. There was some seats available to the other side. He then sat him, I guess his mother and his wife and 2 kids in the seats. Something broke out over the seats and the N-word was used. And as I watched, we all watched, the Caucasian lady and the man were in their faces, would not get out of their faces. It was so evident that they wanted them to hit them so that they can sue and have them arrested. When I say in their face, this lady was in this lady's face laughing, face to face, like, I dare you to hit me, ha ha ha. We all sat, we watched. The security came after 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, Carnival, 15 minutes it took for you guys to get there? You know how long 15 minutes is. Chairs were being moved and everything. The kids were yelling and screaming, mommy, 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 mommy. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. The security came right in and they went right to the black people. Words were exchanged and they were told to leave. The white lady that was in the black people's face the whole time ended up moving to the other side. Finally, she got out of their face when the security came and stayed in the comfort zone. They didn't even approach her. That wasn't going down with me. If you guys know me, I don't play that. I don't care if a million men are there and nobody speak up. I'm going to speak up. I jumped up and I said, this is not going down like this. They told me to sit back down. I said, I will not. I said, if these people are asked to leave, you best take them out here too. I don't know exactly what was going on, but those were their aggressors and they need to go. They told me to sit down again. I said, I will not. If they leave, they leave. I don't care. If you're black, white, Spanish, green, blue, they leave. He was yelling at me. I backed up a little bit because I didn't want to make them feel threatened. They went over there and they got them. The whole place stood up and started clapping. I don't like that. Here's a man with his wife and probably his mother and 2 kids. When is it going to stop, you guys? When is it going to be love? Over a chair? You really gonna get in a fight over a chair? Are you serious? Over a seat? A seat that don't belong to you? Just for karaoke? Are you serious? Why? There are so many people that say they're spiritual or religious. And then as soon as they step out of the church, they're the worst. If you feel what I'm saying, you guys, give me that thumbs up. And I see you, Kelly Douglas, here from Canada. That's where I was. I was in Canada, lady, Canada. Halifax, Canada. Okay? I love it. Canada is in the house. It was cold, but it was beautiful. If you understand what I'm saying, let me say, 9/11 pulled everybody together. 9/11 was like, whoa, they coming after us. We're Americans. And it united everyone together. Everyone was united. Didn't matter who you were. Everybody was ready to fight. Everybody was like, oh no, that song, Living in America. A Kenny Loggins, his song, This Is It. Ain't no mistake who you are. It made you feel proud to be an American. After that, we go right back to what was going on 200, 300, 400 years ago, where nobody respected human beings. We now have the Knicks in New York doing what no other basketball team has ever done in their life. I'm not a big sports player, you guys, but they're doing what they're doing. And as a New Yorker, born and raised, never going anywhere, maybe a second home somewhere, but never leaving New York, I am proud to be a New Yorker. At this moment, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Spanish, Asian. It doesn't matter who you are. We all are standing there saying, go Knicks. If you've seen the news, Madison Square Garden, not only in the inside where they're selling $4,000 tickets, but on the outside, the people are like covering Times Square as if this is the ball drop. Central Park closed down to play the game. We are all now one for the time being. And I'm going to say that again, for the time being. I just met a lady doing home visits as a nurse practitioner. She's Israeli. Nice lady. She was telling me that she met her best friend at a late age of a year or 2 years ago. She told me this lady is so much like her. She's a sister from another mother, and she never thought she would find someone like this in her lifetime. She showed me a picture of the lady, and the lady was an African American from Ghana. She said, could you believe this lady is more like me than my own family? I speak to her every single day. I sat back and I said to myself, at another time, this lady would have been your enemy. You would have probably had this lady on a lynch. You probably would have been fighting this lady. Hatred. But once you got to know this lady, she ended up being your sister. It touched my heart before I even thought about any of this. I said, wow, who are we fighting? Who are we stereotyping? Who are we going against? Are we fighting, our own selves? Are you arguing and fighting with your own sister? Spiritually. We all have twin selves, you guys, somewhere in this world. Someone just like us. Maybe multiple people just like us. Are we fighting our own selves? We talk about manifestation. We talk about law of attraction. We talk about affirmations. We talk about forgiving ourselves. Whoa. And we're forgetting the basics. If you're looking at the Bible, John 13:34 says, a new command I give you, love one another as I have loved you. So you must love one another. Matthew 7:1 says, Judge not, that ye be not judged. John 8:7 says, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. John 1:4-20 says, whoever claims to love God yet hates a brother or sister is a liar. Genesis 1:27 says, so God created mankind in his own image. If we are made in the image of God, how can we hate God's creation? How can we claim to love God while hating people? Luke says the kingdom of God is within you. God is just not in me. God is just not in people who look like me. God is not just in people who agree with me. God is within all of us. A lot of people say, I don't see color. We're all souls. Just focus on positive energy. But sometimes these phrases become excuses. Instead of addressing pain within your own self, racism within your own self, injustice within your own self, people hide behind spiritual language. We've seen that in the slavery days. Quick to throw up the Bible. The good book says, and then they had slaves. Listen, fear creates separation. Separation creates labels. Labels create enemies, you guys, and enemies create hatred. The moment we stop seeing another human being as human, we become capable of almost anything. Shoot a kid in the back. It happens all the time. And this history keeps repeating itself. Loving people who look like you is easy. Loving people who think like you is easy. Loving people who agree with you is easy. The real test is whether compassion extends beyond your tribe. Ask yourself, what biases do I carry within myself? Who do I judge? What assumptions do I make? What fears do I hide? The shadow isn't just anger. The shadow is racism, judgment, superiority. I want you guys all to start thinking and spread the word if you got a voice. We are all human. And you cannot expect to manifest things in your life if you don't have empathy for the other person. Before you judge someone about the way they're behaving, you ask yourself, where do you think they've been? What is going on in their life? And have empathy. I'm not telling you to let somebody walk over you, but have empathy. Okay? Closing. We have advanced technology, advanced medicine, advanced communication, yet we still struggle with one of humanity's oldest lessons: love one another. If we truly are spiritual, if we truly are religious, if we truly believe we are all connected, then hate cannot be our only path. Because every time we hate another being, we are hating another expression of the same divine source. You're hating your brothers and your sisters. I love everybody. I love to laugh. I love to laugh. I love people. I'll talk to you regardless. When are we going to stop, you guys, and start realizing we're not doing nothing but hating ourselves? So I do want to say, after this, I do have another members only live stream where we're going to talk about how to move beyond hate, judgment, and spiritual and separation spiritually. I'm going to give you guys some tips on spiritually what you must do on a daily basis to rise in spirituality, to rise in your journey. Just have to be a member, and you don't have to watch now. You can watch at any time, but that's the next live stream right after this one. So again, you guys, much love to you. And listen, if you don't believe me, check out these stories with George Floyd, Eric Gardner. You can look up this story right here with Cyrus Carmack Belton, where they said he had a gun. All of a sudden, he had a gun. Okay? Unbelievable. He was running. 14-year-old. Never stole. The water was in the refrigerator. The camera showed he put it back. He probably left because this man was stereotyping him. And he said, I'm not going to spend my money here. And he left. And got shot in the back. Only witnesses was him and his son. Trayvon Martin. I was actually there protesting. If I had a child, this could have been my kid. One thing that always affected me all my life from the 80s was the Central Park joggers case. Unbelievable. 13 years it took to clear these men. Only because someone found God and came forward and confessed. And all the DNA match. There's a big difference between being raped by one person and raped by 5. These men didn't even know each other except for 2 of them. Okay? One of them, I think is Assam. He actually became a politician, and he was elected in the government in New York. So he is actually a politician now in New York State, in New York City. He didn't leave, he stayed. Who was that? That was Yusef Salam. I bought his book. He is actually at the end in the white shirt, and he is now a New York City politician after 6 years of being in jail for something he never did. So again, you guys, much love to you all. I just want to say hello to a few people. Angie, hello. Booyah, lady. Booyah, booyah, booyah. Ophelia, hello. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Quavanas is in the house. Much love to you. Fancy Smiley, hello. I love the picture. Look like you on a trip like I was. I love it. Tropica, what is it? Tropicana P, hello. Good morning. Interfaith Queen, hello. Look, I see you, Black Pearl. Sapphire, hello. Okay, Tropicana said, I'm praying for peace. I love it. Paul is in the house. Hello, Paul. Much love to you. Tropicana P says, my granny said, well, at least I know you love me. She said, in order to hate, you have to have love first. I love it. Brian Jackson, great day, everyone. Okay, what about Tropicana P said, I love our Sundays. This is my church. Listen, thank you for the compliment. Much love to you. Okay, what do we have here? I see you, Brian Jackson. Okay, I love it. It's mixed race. Oh, Tropicana, you said you're mixed race. Oh, okay. I love it. So I know you're seeing it from both sides. Paul says, being a gay man is terrifying in this world when gay means love and happiness. It sure does. And Paul, you're wonderful. You're one of my favorite people. When I see your face here, I'm like, hey, where's Paul? You've been here with me for so long. Interfaith Queen says, I always said people that operate from hate has a lack of consciousness, and they do. And it's part of our history. Tropicana says, my daughter is 15. Okay, she's saying, right, honor the power of your dollar. They're actually protesting stores at this moment across the country. Okay, watch where you spend your dollars, people. Watch where your money goes. Know where you're investing your money into. Okay. See, that's why I'm scared to let my son go out now. And that's not the way I want you to be. I don't want you to be scared. I want you to be aware. I want you to already tell your son about the things that can go on and how to avoid a conflict. People tell their kids, when the cop pull you over and you're a male, keep your hand on the steering wheel. Not that you're afraid, not that, you did something wrong. And it's not right that you have to do it, but to go home to your parents. To be able to go home means more. If they got to take their ID out, officer, I'm taking my ID out. It's a shame that when you look different, you have to do these things. My uncle was beat to death in the 90s, and he wasn't even the person they were chasing. I understand it happens all the time. Okay. You said your cousin was shot also. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. What do we have here? What do you have here? I did 6 years for something I didn't do in California Youth Authority. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So you know exactly what is going on. And it happens all the time. Okay? It happens all the time. Okay? Much love to you, and I'm glad you're here. Ophelia, she said, what you do your brother, you do to yourself. Absolutely. And I rebuke all hate. Let me see. We all bleed the same. I love it. Yana, what are you saying right here? The shop owner should have insurance to cover the cost of loss. No excuse. Yeah, but at the end of, exactly. A bottle of water, you're not even going to claim that. I mean, a dollar bottle of water, it doesn't make any sense. And please look up the story. Tropicana saying Oscar Grant is another name. I love it. Okay, we're going to just keep going down. Okay, I'm going to keep going down. And again, we all have all of these things that's going on. And the thing is, we have to, you guys, we have to start thinking, Tropicana, we are gods, all of us. And we have to start thinking, that no matter what, if you got a voice, don't hide. Okay? Don't hide. The thing is, I tell people, don't be angry. You're going to feel angry, but put that anger in something positive. When they're marching, you go. You stand peacefully, okay? You take out a donation to help support an organization in your area. You help donate to animals, to children. You go give out food. You go do something in your community that's going to help. You join organizations in your community like the Lions Club, or something in your community that supports your community. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Spanish, Asian. It does not matter, you guys. I'm telling you this because I am African American. And I've seen this so many times that it's just sickening to see things like this. It really is. And for people to come out and say, oh, he was justified for shooting a 14-year-old in the back for a bottle of water, and then say he had a gun. How many times have we heard this story? The cop that shot the guy in the back 7 times and then said he had a gun. And then he got caught planting the gun on the guy from a bystander that just happened to be recording the whole thing. So he would have got away with this man having a gun if that bystander did not record him putting a gun near the body. And I really believe this is one of those cases with this young man. I really do. Kat, hello, Kat. I see you. And I'm going to just go down really quick, you guys. And sisterhood. She said, Yana, sisterhood in Cali. Okay. I love it. People are here seeing people. Okay. So I'm going to just do this real quick. I just want to see if there's any other comment. And thank you for being the first one to leave a comment today. I didn't forget you. We got Lisa Lee here again saying hello. Dream Truth. I love it. Happy Sunday. I love your outfit. You look beautiful. Ah, my Black Pearl is in the house. Sapphire. New York is sunny today, and I know you toot the Knicks, okay? New York is in the house. Anybody from New York, I want you to put in the comment, Knicks. Okay, comment moderators, I'm representing, okay? I'm representing. Okay, Latoya is here. Hello, beautiful picture. And I'm going to go quick. Gavin, my Gavin from the UK is in the house. I love it. I love it. I love it, Gavin. Okay, what else is going on? Jerry Gerber is here. Hello, Jerry. Obey the 10 Commandments. I love it, Jerry. Jerry, you're a new face. Hello, Jerry. Welcome to the live stream. I love it. Linda is here saying amen. Spread love. Okay. Lala, it will only end in the new world to come. Yeah, you wonder. It's devastating how we're still going through this. Okay, Yana, again, much love to you, lady. Okay. Jerry says, love God, love people. Exactly. I will tell you this. On my trip, I love to dance. They were doing a Motown thing that night. And this man came out. He had to be late 80s, 90s, almost 90. He came out with his Temptation jacket, gold with the sparkles in it, and he got on that dance floor and he did his thing. I got up, I danced with him. Everybody was dancing with him, and he was dancing his butt off. Listen, I love it. I really do. I really do. On Carnival, everybody was dancing. Black, white, it didn't matter. Everybody was just having a gay old time. It was just beautiful, you know. Valerie is saying good morning, everyone. Okay, I'm not going to go through everybody. Cheryl is saying grand rising. Fred is in the house. Oh, Fred, you changed your picture. I love it. Good morning, everybody. Glad to be here, Eyvette. Yo, I love it. Congratulations with your graduation. I'm not too sure what you graduated from, but you look fantastic, okay? You almost look like Tommy from Martin. I love it. I love it. I love it. Danny is here in the house saying facts. Jerry is saying love is what matters, okay? God is love. I love it. Dan is saying our people are murdered for nothing. I'm so tired of these actions. And again, you guys, the purpose of this is to wake you up and say, what can I do? What can I do? And that's what's important, you guys, okay? What can I do? Gavin, we have the situation in UK with Henry Norwalk murder. Oh, wow, Gavin. I was going to ask you what's going on in the UK. Do you have as much as over here in America? And I'm sorry it's going on over there too. I'm sorry, okay? I'm so sorry. What else we have here? Danny says the killers have no remorse, not even for taking the life of a child. Yeah, exactly. Black Pearl, Sapphire. We have to look at all truth of all of them, no matter what race we are. Absolutely. It does not matter who you are. Okay, I don't see these polls organized against these senseless killings. Yeah. And like I said, we are 2026 and this is still going on. I spoke up like that in a restaurant and stopped the mess. I know, Sapphire. I know. I know. Much love. You know me. Listen, Yana says, as a Californian, I'm rooting for the Knicks. I was a Knicks fan as a child when Walt Frazier played for the time. Okay, I'm aging myself. Don't worry about it. You look beautiful, so don't even worry about it. Go Knicks. Okay? Comment moderators, I know you guys are in there saying, okay. Andrew said, if you focus on hate and prejudice, you never find true friends, relationships, and love. Absolutely, because what you're sending out is hate. You're putting up a block with your aura, with your energy, and the only thing you're going to attract is hate. That's all you're going to attract. When you send out hate, you get back hate. And that's all it is, okay? Fred said, have a great day. I love it. Peace, love, and blessings. Listen, I want everybody to have a great day. Have a beautiful day. I have here, I am Miss Love. I love the name. I got my love hat on. Beautiful day. Peace, love, and blessings. And again, you guys, I want people just to start thinking, look, we got somebody saying Knicks. I love it. Listen, go Knicks. Everybody's like, go Knicks, go Knicks. Okay, go Knicks. Hey, look, somebody said, oh, wait a minute. We don't have any Spurs people here. Oh, my God. Listen, I love everybody. But right now, I'm a New Yorker. I'm a ride-to-die New Yorker. Okay, you guys? I love it. Cat, right, Cat? So listen, everybody. Much love to you guys. Again, this conversation was, if I just reached one person and they sat there and they said, whoa, why am I thinking that way? Why am I thinking this child is evil? Why am I thinking as soon as I see a child, I have to tell them that I got to check their knapsack? You know, some of the most horrific crimes that are done in this country is not done by African Americans. Do your research, you guys. Do your research, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Mass murderers, usually not African Americans. Sorry. We don't go in schools shooting up kids, you know? So do your research and check that out. And then you tell me who you're supposed to be afraid of. Okay? Much love to you all. I'm going to sign out. I got my African American shirt on. What I will tell everyone here, if you have not went to Washington, D.C., to the African American Museum, to learn about history from day one from Africa, you're missing out. Please take your children, no matter if you're white, black, Asian. We all have to know where you come from to understand where you are. I went there was all different nationalities there. We learn about all different nationalities in school, but not really about ourselves. So once everybody understands where we come from, then maybe we can start to learn to love each other. Again, much love to you all, and namaste.